Hi, this is Gloria Coppola from Massage Pro CE here at the AMC conference in Atlanta, Georgia, filling in for the Massage Nerd. Today we have Laurie Craig from the Georgia Massage School, and we're going to find out what provoked her to open a massage school. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be here. I opened Georgia Massage School in 2009 with my business partner, Rick Garbowski. We've been together as educators for over 20 years, and we really had the vision of coming up with a curriculum that would be very suited for students in today's world. So really, we looked and we wanted something that would create balance for the students while they were learning. And so we have our mantra, if you will, balancing, learning, life. And so the students have a half-a-day program. They're able to manage their life, their studies, their kids, and settling time. You have to learn, and you can't just swarm in all this information and then actually have time to let it sink in. And so we want them to have the time for it to sink in, the time for them to get those physical skills, to create those neuromuscular pathways so that they can really move forward and be the most skilled entry-level therapist we can imagine. And so we've achieved that.
Wonderful. Well, as a former school owner, I understand what you're saying. So
yes.
What I'd be curious in knowing is I learned a lot of tricks from my students. What have you learned?
Oh my gosh. Well, the only way you can be a good teacher is to have wonderful students and to be willing to let those students force you to do things a different way. I've taught many blind students. I've seen one of them here today, which is very touching. I love teaching blind students now. I've learned how to make sure that I communicate with them, and the big thing about teaching the blind students is what you learn with them helps with everybody. You have to go more slowly. You have to help them visualize. You can palpate on them. You can hand them things to feel. They can put their hands on you as you do actions, and so that was a great learning tool. I also worked with several students who had closed head injuries. And actually my business partner, Rick Garbowski, developed a plan to give them ways to monitor and pace because that part of their brain was damaged. And so that was a beautiful thing. I've taught deaf students. I'm not that great with deaf students. I need to be more careful about,
more mindful
where my mouth is. But it's been wonderful to be with all the different students, and so many of them are here at the American Massage Conference. So I've had a wonderful time seeing old friends, colleagues, being with them, making old jokes.
I have a personal question for you. As an instructor and an owner of sharing all this beautiful touch with so many people, what has it gifted you with in your life?
What has it gifted me to be a teacher? It's made me the person I am. It gives me my energy. It actually is my ATP, I think. And so I'm wonderful. I have wonderful students. I'm grateful for their impact on my life. I've, of course, gotten graduates and lots of massage, great massage. I'm a breast cancer survivor who can, wave her arms up all over, and that's because of massage and my massage therapist, all of whom were my former students. And so that's a great gift.
It's rewarding, isn't it?
It's very rewarding. It's meaningful for all of my family. It's meaningful for my life, for my friends. It's a great impact.
Now, someone seeking a career in massage, what would you advise them to do when looking for a school like yours?
Well, when looking for a school, they need to check on many things. They need to find out, is that school appropriately credentialed? For instance, in Georgia, you need to be approved by the Georgia Board of Massage Therapy. Find out about the pass rate. Find out if that school's on probation with any of their agencies for anything. And really find out who's teaching you. Are these teachers new, like they've been teaching for 2 hours and they finished school last week?
Unfortunately, that happens.
It does happen, and it's not good. And so the good thing that we have to offer, what we really are the most proud of, is that we teach our program. Rick and I teach, so our students know who they're getting. They're in our class, and we fill them up with all the knowledge we can and send them out to represent us.
Well, this explains why you won the award last night for Massage Educator of the Year at the American Massage Conference.
I did.
Got amazing devotion, and it seems like you got the program put together and you know what to supply to your students. That's fabulous. Congratulations.
Thank you. This was a big award because it was on my home turf. So I received in 2007 the Jerome Perlinsky Teacher of the Year Award from the American Massage Therapy Association, and that was in Cincinnati, and I took a big entourage. But of course, last night with the American Massage Conference Award being given here for the National Teacher of the Year, everybody had a local drive, and so we had lots of fun, lots of confetti, lots of horns, lots of, rowdy crowds. It was very nice.
It was fun. Well, congratulations. That's an honor.
Thank
definitely,
you.
Well deserved.
Thank you.
So does the Georgia Massage School get involved with any of the organizations like the Federation of Massage or anything? And if so, how do you feel about everything going on?
Well, actually, I've been an item writer and subject matter expert with the Federation of State Massage Therapy Boards as a writer for their test, the MBLEX, since the beginning. So, and I'm still working with the MBLEX. And that's one of my proud moments in terms of as a professional massage therapist for contributions to the field. It was really a pivotal change for the profession of massage therapy to have the introduction of that introductory level licensing board exam. And I'm so pleased as more and more and more states are adopting that exam. I think it really creates more uniformity. We need to have this portability of the career, and so I'm ecstatic, really, to be involved with FSMTB.
I didn't know you were involved in that. That's great.
Yeah.
I have another colleague involved in that. That's
really
awesome.
good.
Yeah, good.
They're a very wonderful group of people, the FSMTB. So I hope everybody, takes the MBLEX.
Good. What else do you want to tell massage students out there about today?
I want to tell massage students to read, think, keep learning, and make sure that you do your things. This is what Rick says. Do the ordinary things extraordinarily well. It's so critical that they practice the basics. My kids were in music, and I had rules that you only practiced on days you ate. So if they didn't eat, then they didn't have to practice. Otherwise, they were practicing, baby. And you drill, you do the finger exercises. In massage, you need to use your mechanics. Every time you need to go back to the basics. Think, think, think. Really listen carefully, because if you don't have a good foundation, the building crumbles, your practice crumbles. So I really hope that the students will carefully monitor themselves as they're in school. Creating bad habits is a disaster. Practice does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent. And you can be really, really good at doing it wrong.
Isn't that true? Well, that's good advice. Very, very good advice. So make sure you're listening to her.
Listen to me. I'm telling you what to do.
She knows. I agree. Are there any books out there that you suggest that students, have in their repertoire?
Actually, the books that I'm more interested in are books for teachers. Not that I'm not interested in the students, but there's lots of great books for them, depending on the technique that they're interested in. They may be more interested in energy work. They may be more interested in things like Whitney Lowe's work, which, of course, we teach at Georgia Massage School. From a teaching standpoint, knowing what's going on in your noggin and your student's brain is really important. So I love Eric Jensen, Teaching with the Brain in Mind. Rafe, and I have to look in my sheets maybe to figure out his last name. He has a book called Teach Like Your Hair is on Fire. Have you ever read that?
I haven't heard that.
Oh, it is hilarious. Yes, you're going to have to get it. Teach Like Your Hair is on Fire. I'll figure it out and tell you in a minute. I'm madly in love with Joe Dispenza. He was actually one of my students. Do you know him?
I've heard the name.
Well, Joe Dispenza wrote a book called Evolve Your Brain.
Yes, yes.
He was my chiropractic student. He taught me how to meditate. He was my hypnotherapist. He taught me self-hypnosis. He was with me when I had one of my surgeries. And he's a miracle himself, because he was in a horrible accident and really used his mind, used his brain to heal himself. So that's a great book.
That's fabulous.
Teach Like Your Hair is on Fire, is Rafe Esquith. It's really about elementary teaching, 5th grade teaching. But he has wonderful, anecdotes and things about the different classroom scenarios. And so that's a fun book, and that's the thing. your hair is on fire in front of that crazy class. If you don't pop to it, you're in a mess.
Yeah. So teacher to teacher, what can you tell the teachers out there that you feel is one of the most critical things that they need to do for themselves to be effective?
I think you need to know what you're doing. I think you need to understand 10,000 times more than you need to teach today. If you know exactly as much as your students and they ask a question that's beyond what you know, then you look like the fool and you become uncomfortable, and then the class plummets. So if you have a class that takes an hour, you better prepare for 5 hours. The first times I taught, when I taught nursing students, dental hygiene students, and chiropractic students, I studied forever, round the clock. This doesn't come easy to anybody. And if you're solid in that data, then you can be with the class, hear them because you're not trying to think about what you're doing next, and make sure that you answer their questions, that you listen, that you take care of their needs. It's not about you. It's about them. Let them challenge you. Be grateful to them for challenging you.
Absolutely. I totally agree. So if anybody's interested in your school, how do they get in touch with you, and do you have a website?
Yes, Georgia Massage School is georgiamassageschool.com. So that's easy. You have to spell everything out, so it's long but easy. And so you can go to our website. You can call us at the school. We have a contact page on the website. And we offer continuing education. And, of course, we offer entry-level massage therapy programs. We're in Swanee, which is an easy drive, actually, from downtown in the mornings, because you just blast up 85 and nobody's going that way.
Well, good. Anything else you want to say to the massage world before we close our interview today?
I want to say how much I appreciate being acknowledged for what I love to do. Getting these 2 national awards for teaching is just overwhelming for me, and so I'm grateful to the American Massage Conference for recognizing my passion for teaching and for honoring me in this way.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Give you a hug.
Thank you. You made it very easy.